Welcome back. So this is part 2 of our tutorial series building an advanced PHP validation class, and as usual I created a directory by name advanced underscore PHP underscore validation in the root directory, and inside that we have all these three directories which are part of Twitter Bootstrap. Then we have form underscore validation.php file which we'll use as front end. Okay, so I'm going to drag this project to Sublime Text, and if you look at form validation.php file, what we have here is these are all Twitter Bootstrap files, right? And then inside the body tag you can see here form with action form underscore validation.php, which is exactly same as this file, right? And we are using post method here, and we have bunch of controls, form controls, right? Input box, radio button, and you can see here they are all organized under form group, and these are all the styling from Twitter Bootstrap. Okay, so don't pay much attention to these div tags and labels here. All you have to see is this part, that is form action, right? And then all these inputs here, fields. Okay, all these matters, nothing else. And let's have a look at the output of this file. You can see here we have name, gender, email, age, username, website. So we are going to validate all these fields, okay, and we'll do that using oops concept. And so here in the top I'm going to have an area for writing our PHP, and what I'm going to do now is declare a array. Okay, it's going to be validation rules, and so inside this array we are going to have, this is an associative array. Okay, the first key is going to be name, and the value for the key is actually an array. Okay, and the next and the another one is going to be age, and likewise the value is going to be an array. So if you're wondering why I gave the key name as name and age, it is exactly as that of the field name here. You can see here this input field name got name as the parameter here, and then we have, if you look at age, you can see here its name is age. Okay, so it just had to match with that. And so inside this we can have our own rules. So first thing I'm going to do is required equal to true. Okay, and then I'm going to have another rule, that is min length. Okay, which is short form for minimum length, and that is going to be 2 here. So here I'm going to do required. Okay, and this is going to be true. You could even have one more rule here, that is min length, right? So this minimum length is going to be 1, and max length is going to be 3 or 2. It's up to us, right? Nobody's going to live for like 999 years. We'll just do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is for each, and validation rules, right? Validation rules is the array we have here. So it's going to be for each validation rules as key, or we could even give it as field, right? Because we are going to extract all the fields and field. Then what we're going to do is we need to get the values, right? So we'll call that as rules. Okay, and now if we just echo the field and I'll give a line break here, we'll execute this and see now. You can see here we got name and age fields, right? Now if we want to extract these values here, you might have noticed they are arrays, right? So let's print them as an array because we can't use echo in an array, right? So if we do that, it's in rules, right? Values of arrays are in rules. So when I do that here, you can see here the name we got the rules, right? But if we want to process these rules, we have to extract these separately, right? So the way we are going to achieve that is by using another for each. Okay, for each, and this time the array is in rules, right? So rules as rule. Okay, we'll give this as rule, then value. Okay, for data it's up to us, we could give whatever we want. Rule value, this is fine, and we could do something like echo of rule, right? Then we'll concatenate something in there like underscore or hyphen, then I'll give this as value, and then again we'll give a line break. Okay, you can see here we under the name we have required, true, minimum length, to, and under age we have all the rules. So we are able to extract all the values from our array, right? So this is the logic we are going to use for further processing, okay, to set up all the rules and process them. So this is the basic technique we'll be using. Okay, now we are going to make things a bit more complex. Okay, and as you can see here, this gender, it's actually a radio button, right? Got two radio buttons here, and it's kind of tricky to work with validation when it comes to radio button. And let me show you that here we have two options, right, male and female, but in order to validate that we had to make some adjustment to our array here. So it's gender, right? The name is gender, so let's create rule for that here. It's going to be gender, and gender is going to have an array. So the first rule for that will be required. Okay, so required is going to be true, and then we need to validate the values. Okay, you can see here I give M for male and F for female, so we had to check for these two values, right? So what we are going to do that is by using something like boolean. I'm not sure whether this is a proper name, but I just used that. Okay, if you find it is wrong to use boolean name, you can use any other thing. You can even use something like options, right, instead of boolean. It's up to you. Anyway, I'll stick with that. So here the way we are going to give values by having another nested array. Okay, and this is not going to be an associative array, we'll just give values here. So now back here we are going to have rule, right? And these rules are actually, you can see here, rules are required minimum length, right? So this rule is going to detect boolean. So I'm going to have an if condition here, and I'm going to do something like rule equal to boolean. Okay, and if that is the case, we'll do another for each. Okay, so it's going to be for each, and the rule is going to have value. This is the value, right? And it is an array, so it's going to be like value as I'll give something like options, okay, and inside that we'll just echo these options, friends, and we'll give a line break at the end. So if it is boolean, this if condition is going to work, right? If that is not the case, then this statement will work, okay? So this should fix the issue for us. Anyway, let's try this. Yeah, you can see here, first name got these two rules, then gender got one rule that is required, and you can see here these two male and female options are boolean data, right? So that got extracted automatically. If there is no gender, this loop will still work, right? Let's say I'm going to comment this out, and you can see here it still works, there are no errors. So this is how we process this boolean data, okay? So this is the basic technique we are going to use to process our rules array, okay, validation rules array. So in the next part we'll be, when we build the actual validation class, we'll be using this technique, okay? I'll see you guys in the next part, and please guys don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also like this video. Thanks for your time.